And a jolly good morning to you from Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof here in the centre of Germany. Very frenetic today here at the Hauptbahnhof, mainly due to the fact that there was a railway strike yesterday and the day before, and very few trains ran. So consequently there's a bit of a backup of people wishing to travel on the trains. So here I am today, and today I'm going to go on a little ride on a regional express RE4 from Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof to Mainz. Mainz is a town I went to in my teens, probably, well, in excess of 40 years ago, and I remember very little about it. However, I'm going to make a little trip there today. I understand it's a very picturesque town, very nice to walk around, and I'm sure that what I find interesting and attractive about a place today is somewhat different than what interested me when I was a teenager. So join with me on this little trip on a regional express German train from Frankfurt to Mainz, and then a little look around the town itself. Platform 24 train goes in about 5 minutes, so I'm just heading up there now. I think it's possibly already in the platform, so I shall get on board and get a comfortable seat. In fact, there it is, yeah, Mainz Hauptbahnhof. Takes about 35 minutes. And here we are at Mainz Hauptbahnhof. Pretty standard RE regional express service here. Took about 35 minutes approximately, and not too bad at all. Looking forward to having a little wander around Mainz. I just worked out it was 46 years ago since I last came here, so I dare say something's changed. Already I can see there's a tram network alongside the usual buses. And probably what I'll do now is just have a little Google. Quite often you can find an interesting walking route around the centre of a town, either a circular route which will bring me back here later on, or potentially one that leaves me at the other end of the town and I'll jump on a tram to get back. Always nice to have a little ride on a tram. Not enough of them in Britain, plenty of them in Europe, so it's always a treat to have a little ride on a tram. Should be more of them. They're a great form of transport. Anyway, welcome to Mainz. Let's get going. All seems quite quiet here this morning. Things don't seem to have woken up just yet. But I'm going to head on down towards the Rhine. The River Rhine runs through this city, and as I've probably said on more than one occasion, any city that has trams and a river going through it, get my vote. This has got both, so everything is looking hopeful. So I was distracted by somebody waving at me just over there as though they knew me. I'm not quite sure what that's about. I'm not doing anything I shouldn't, so it's a case of mistaken identity. To my knowledge, I know nobody in Mainz. Although if they come over and speak to me and it turns out I do know them, I shall let you know. On Kaiserstrasse now, which you can walk on the pavement on each side or up the centre of it, is this grassy, what would you call it, boulevard? Not really a boulevard, is it? But yeah, up the middle. A kind of nice grassy park, elongated park, stroke boulevard, stroke whatever you would call this. It's got a children's play area. Kids will be at school today, so there's not too many of those about. Plenty of places to sit down. Pretty nice so far. And the Green Man. Beware of the Green Man in Germany. Everybody waits for the Green Man. Or in most places they do. Certainly in Berlin they tend not to bother, but they're a bit different in Berlin. I always say Berlin's not like the rest of Germany. It's like a separate place unto itself. But in most parts of Germany you'll find that crossing the road is religiously done by waiting for the Green Man. In Britain we tend to do it on the whole on busy roads, but if it's quiet we just amble across. Here you'll see people waiting where there's no traffic coming or anything, and you will get a ticket if you're caught doing it, if you get caught walking across when there's a red man up. Well, I've never seen anyone being ticketed for that, but I believe it does happen. Does seem a bit pointless if there's no cars coming though. Really the right time of year for an outdoor pool. Wondering when this was last in operation. Apart from the fact it's full of leaves at the moment, it doesn't look too derelict, so possibly every year they fill this up. I don't know, maybe somebody knows. Obviously this time of year it's not going to be. Marktbrunnen. Evangelist Church. There's quite a lot of work going on with looks like sewers and road repairs and so on just down here. But here we are, one of Europe's great rivers, the River Rhine, and I should be coming back to the River Rhine in a couple of days in Cologne. Always nice to get down to this river. Always plenty going on. It is a working river, plenty of working boats, not to mention the big cruise boats such as that one there. Won't be too many in business this time of year, I shouldn't think, but I'll be heading back to Frankfurt later. I'm here with my buddy, going to see some bands play in Frankfurt tonight, then in Kassel tomorrow and Cologne the day after. So busy few days, but during the day managing to get out and see a little bit of a few of these German towns. As I say, it's a long time since I've been here and I remember the river before, but do you know, it's funny, I expected the river to be not quite as wide here. In my memory it wasn't quite as wide, but it really is very wide, and in fact it's probably wider here than it is in Cologne, which is a lot further along. We'll head towards the kind of old town area now and the Mainz Cathedral. That is a big river cruise ship, isn't it? Boat. I don't think I've seen one quite that big before. There are some people on board. I have a feeling at certain times of the year when they're not in full operation with passengers sailing up and down, they moor up in places and then become pop-up restaurants and cafes and things. I've certainly seen that happening along the Rhine before. There's not many people on that. And I can't imagine it's in operation this time of year, but you never know, you never know. Certainly a nice smell of food wafting over. I'm imagining it's from the boat. Very nice. So Mainz, city of revolutionary invention. Johannes Gutenberg was born here around 1400. His book printing with movable letters made the spread of information fast and accessible to many. Mainz University bears his name. Today the electronic media are at home in Gutenberg city with ZDF, I know that's not how you would say it in German, ZDF, second German television, Europe's largest television station. And lots of other information there. Also the great, the wine capital. Well, I never knew that. And you know, maybe someone can correct me. I always thought that Heidelberg was something to do with the printing press, not Mainz. But as I say, it's a long time since I was on a walking tour of German cities as a young teenager, and our teacher telling us vital pieces of information, and I visited Heidelberg and Mainz and quite a few other places too, and in my mind the printing press was Heidelberg, but perhaps I'm getting confused. That wouldn't be the first time. Very nice down here though, it's very quiet today, it isn't particularly warm, and it's not really the height of the summer season for people visiting. I remember, this might sound a bit crazy, but I do wonder, I was with my friend as a young teenager in Heidelberg, and is that the River Rhine there as well? Certainly a river. And we found a bottle with a lid and put a note in it with our names and telephone numbers on, a real message in a bottle, and threw it in. And I always wondered whatever happened to that bottle. It probably went about 100 yards and ended up in the mud and has never been seen since. And that was an early form of communication, I suppose. I wonder how long it would take if I was to throw a bottle with my name in there. Oh, actually, you wouldn't put a bit of paper with your name on nowadays, would you? You'd stick an Apple AirTag inside a bottle and then track it to see where it got to. And I wonder if it would get as far as Cologne in 2 days, where in fact will be. There's an idea. Probably a good job I haven't got an Apple AirTag, otherwise I might consider that as some sort of strange option. No, in my luck I'd get seen throwing a bottle into the river and then get a ticket for littering, but there you go.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Christmas tree on the front there. This boat's advertising Christmas cruises, just for a few hours, afternoons and evenings, all inclusive of food and drink and so on. Should be a nice way of spending a few hours, I guess.
It sound right, boys.
I'm going to carry on walking up the river till I reach, there's a couple of parks just here, just off. Just going to see if there's anything similar to the Rhine Park in Cologne, which is always nice to have a walk around. and I shall certainly be doing that in a couple of days' time. But this is the Stadtpark and Volkspark. So I'm kind of hoping that there'll be a nice little cafe there where I can get a warming cup of coffee. I think I'm about ready for one now. This bit I'm walking on just here is quite a low level cycle path and walking area right next to the river, but as you can see from this ramp here, gangplank, whatever you want to call it, and also the trees that grow by the river, how high the river actually is today, because those trees ordinarily wouldn't be submerged quite the way that they are. But just interestingly, I've just seen a sign here showing where the high water came to in March 1988, and that's probably about 2 meters higher than where I'm stood, and possibly another meter higher than the actual water at the moment. So that was high, and in fact, looking at that, the higher level of the walking area just over there where that building there is, and the cafe and so on just over there, would have been close to getting water lapping up to it, I guess. I was just thinking how high it was today, but that's nothing in comparison to the high water mark of 1988. Must have been a rainy winter. Just looking at the signs there that are to the side at the moment, but the river must routinely go over this lower level area, and they must plonk those out when the water's a bit higher to stop people going down there. It's just short of that today. I'm into the area now where there was probably a high degree of industry at one time, and now it's high-end apartments. Just see something over in the distance, look fairly new. We just going up as far as the parks, have a little walk around those, and then curl back round in a clockwise direction through to the old town and the cathedral area. How much industry has given way to high-end apartments all around the world. Everywhere you go where there's a waterfront, there's apartments like this. I mean, these are not very new, but they're certainly not been here that long. It's a nice area. It's still being developed a little bit, and some work going on by the riverside. Tower at the South Bridge and the South Bridge. As you can walk across there or cycle across. It's also a railway bridge. And a little bit like the bridge over the Rhine in Cologne, there seems to be a lot of love locks attached to the fencing up the top there, but I can assure you, just looking from here, it's absolutely nothing like as many as the one in Cologne. I've never seen anything quite like it there. Absolutely incredible. If any of you are watching and have been to Cologne and walked across the railway bridge there, you'll know exactly what I mean, and maybe you can say whether you've ever seen any more than are attached to that bridge. I seem to have been following a lot of rain around recently, and today is no exception. It's suddenly pouring down. was doing a walk not too long ago along the Rhine River in the UK, 9-part series, and the last one I got absolutely drenched right up to the River Thames, and yeah, it's starting to rain quite steadily now, so I'm going to take a turn off this river footpath fairly soon, walking towards the park, and get some shelter there for a little while, let this rain shower pass, and then carry on into the old town. I'm hoping that there'll be somewhere to sit down for a little while in the park, in the dry. But we shall see. It's a train spotters and boat spotters paradise, this footpath, right next to the river, and a railway line too, although it's not a particularly busy railway line. So I'm still by the river actually. I need to get as far as that bridge up there, I think, to cross over the railway line over to the other side, and then go back round in a circle back towards the city centre. Or is it an underpass? Actually, I think there might be an underpass coming up, that'd be useful. Right, finally, yeah, no underpass as it happens. A bridge over the top, which is much better. Not a big fan of underpasses, especially ones where people hang around and do unpleasant things. This is quite interesting. It's like the front of a boat. It's like kind of a seating area. Even got a mast with some flags on it. A boat called Willie. I like this bridge. It's functional and also useful for getting some good photo shots as well. Just then that ice train whistled through, but I wasn't quick enough with my camera. Bit strange, a great big anchor right outside a chemist's pharmacy just there. So the plan A of walking up as far as the two parks and then going inland and walking back round failed slightly because of the railway line. Couldn't get across that until just now, so I'm heading back in that direction, and I'll come back once I've got to the park, unless I see something of interest along the way. I think I'm just pretty much going to be walking along this road and footpath for a little while. It's about 2 kilometres back towards the centre of the city from here, and to the park, and then another 2 kilometres roughly into the centre of the city. So yeah, it's turning into a nice walk. It's a shame it's pouring with rain now, but it's not too bad. I've been drenched by worse rain than this many times. Just had a look at the route and checked up Google Maps, and there's a bus that goes from just here to the Stadtpark. So as it's piddling with rain and there doesn't appear to be much to see between here and there, I'm going to jump on a bus. One of the beauties of having a Deutschland card, I guess, is that you don't have to start buying tickets and this, that and the other and trying to work out and have the right money and all that sort of stuff. So you just hop on the bus or tram or whatever. Always worthwhile getting those. All the other tickets that are available in conjunction with train tickets that give you transport around towns. It's pretty integrated travel here in Germany, so if you haven't got a Deutschland ticket, you've just got a regular ticket. Generally speaking, they'll include local transport. I really need to pay attention to the Google Maps information. I stood on the wrong side of the road, so the bus I actually wanted was going in the other direction. It must turn around or take a left or right turn just beyond and head back in the direction of the Stadtpark. I was stood on the side of the road, which was the logical direction to heading where I want to go. Well, I'm not going to stand there in the rain for 30 minutes for another one when it's 20-something minute walk. So after all of that, I'm walking. Through a quite nice residential part of Mainz, I have to say. Some lovely houses along here. Of course, the Volkspark's the one I wanted to go to first from this direction, and that's a couple of minutes walk down the road. So if I'd got on a bus, I would have missed this completely. So I don't know, having a senior moment there, I think, with all of that. But here we are at the Volkspark, and good walk through here. And then I should come to the Stadtpark, which, according to the map at least, is almost joined on, almost becomes the same park. But that might not be the case once I actually get over to the other end of this one. I imagine on a nice warm summer's day this park's pretty popular actually. A little cafe over there, Vivo. Plenty of space. Proudly advertises some public loos, but just kind of looking at them from over here, they don't look massively impressive. They probably fall into the absolute emergency category, which I've discussed on other videos. I shan't go into details now, but perhaps not quite as bad as the absolute emergency of a Portaloo. And still to this moment in time, the worst one I ever came across ever, bar none, was in Santiago de Compostela in Spain. Absolutely appalling. Never seen anything like it in my life. Probably harmed me, maimed me. That's what I think. Interesting setup here, whatever this is. Well, Google Map mentions Fort Wiesenau, so I'm presuming that this is, or once was, or is the remains of Fort Wiesenau. Indeed, that's exactly what it is. Not much left of it, mind you. At least there's some of it left. Looks like I can play golf here. Disc golf. Okay. That's a new one on me. Who knows what disc golf is? I presume these little red basket things are something to do with it. Disc craft. interesting. Well, I'm a bit disappointed I'm not here in summer when there's a few more people about and maybe some playing disc golf, because it is absolutely a new one on me. And the signs don't really give you an indication as to precisely what it is. It's almost possibly like frisbees or something, sort of trying to land them in those baskets. I don't know. Maybe someone knows. Anyway, we're going crossing over a bridge here, possibly over some. I think it sounds like it's going to be over a busy road. And then we're going to the Stadtpark in effect. They're virtually joined onto each other, but this is the beginning and the end of the Volkspark. And yeah, so over this bridge, over this busy road, and into the Stadtpark. Taking up the French name there, Pissoir. If you know, you know. The cafe here appears to be open actually. And there's a hotel just bordering it there as well. Favourite Park Hotel, I think it was called. I'm going to head on into the old town area now before I conclude this walk. Obviously we've got to see the old centre of Mainz, probably the highlight of this walk. And that's about a 20-minute walk away from here through this park, and I think it gradually turns back into the city again until we reach the cathedral, which of course will be right in the centre. This is there's a sign there actually advertising the Altstadt, which is where we're heading to. On the pavement, it's a bit muddy at the moment. A lake up there, I think. I don't know, let's go and investigate. I have to say I prefer the Stadtpark to the Volkspark for a number of reasons. One, it undulates a bit more, so it's kind of more interesting in a way. It's a bit more in the way of things to look at, infrastructure, and more trees as well. Parallel to the railway line again on the other side. Going to cross over that shortly and head back to the Altstadt. The railway line sort of curls away from the river, or the river curls away from it, I'm not quite sure which, and heads on up to the Hauptbahnhof. Flamingos, real ones. I thought they were like plastic flamingos in there for a moment till they all started moving. Right, so heading into the old town area now, just on the edges of it really. One thing I have noticed today, there's an awful lot of work going on here involving noisy power tools of some description, trees being cut back, all sorts of stuff. But it is a what day is it? Friday lunchtime. Most people are at work, so I guess that's why. And it's out to the tourist season really as well, so this would be the time to get a lot of this sort of stuff done. Looking forward to a nice little walk around the old town now, see what there is to see here before I head on back to Frankfurt. If anyone knows Frankfurt and has got something nice to say about it, could they say it on here? I'll be interested to see what people think about the place. It's not high on my list of nice places to visit in Germany, I have to say. But I might be missing something. Into the old town properly now, and of course straight away the usual array of shops and restaurants and tourist traps. Even in the rain around here it's actually a lot busier than I thought it would be. Some interesting smells as well along here, a mixture of perfumery, food and other things, mostly food. Well, it certainly is a very, very picturesque and quaint old town area, and probably looks a lot more beautiful on a warm sunny day. However, on a warm sunny day this would be absolutely packed out, so it's rather damp here again still, and but probably a good time for just wandering around quietly. Just going to take a little walk up this alleyway here and head on round towards the cathedral. Not really sure where this little alleyway goes to, but it's very nice. It's kind of around the back of people's homes actually. A lot of cafes and bars that maybe just open at certain hours and only for the inside, but these are a lovely place to sit of an evening in the summertime. Just about to head into one of the numerous excellent bakeries that you have here in Germany and get myself something to eat for lunch, but I've just come across this market. Now I don't know if it's going to have anything suitable to eat as a snack at the first sight, possibly not. It's kind of a farmer's market thing going on, and hopefully there'll be some stalls with some food that you can eat here and now, on the hoof so to speak. It's just a regular fruit and veg market by the looks of things at the moment. But you never know. I shall sniff out something good to eat, I'm sure. There's another bakery over there. There's plenty of them here, so a couple I've gone past. That looks nice at night when it's all lit up. There's the cathedral, of course. Bit of scaffolding around it, a bit of renovation work going on. And I imagine in a month or so's time there'll be the Christmas market around here. And there most definitely will be some hot food to eat then. Right, down this end is possibly the beginnings of the Christmas market. Some stalls already set up, although it's not due to actually open here properly for probably another month or so, I'd say. But I have seen people walking around with some interesting looking lumps of meat inside bread. And meat inside bread is always worth considering, so I'm going to have a little wander around here now. Yeah, they're setting up for the Christmas market here. Basically over here is where some of the bars and stalls are going to be, and on the outside of it at the moment it's just the regular market. Ice backfish, hot backfish. Is that cod? Backfish, can't remember. All from Bremerhaven. Baked backfish, no, that's fried fish, isn't it? Fried fish, yeah. So my German is less than impressive. It's pretty much been cooked, strangely enough. Just again, it's saying Heisse backfish, hot fried fish with bread. I think I found my stall. Unless I find a currywurst stand, I've found my lunch. Oh, I think this is probably the perfect place to end this walk around the city of Mainz, right here outside the Dom, the cathedral, amongst all these food stalls. I'm going to take a little slow stroll around here and grab myself something to eat, as I've been walking around now for about 4 hours, getting a little bit peckish. So I hope you enjoyed this brief and not very comprehensive walk around this fine city. I'd like to come again at a different season, perhaps when the Christmas markets are actually on. So in December time, or indeed in the summer when it's warm and there'll be a lot more tourists and people around in general. But it's a lovely city. As I say, it's in a bit of a, how should we put it, phase between the end of summer and the beginning of winter, setting up for all the Christmas markets. And if you've never been to a German Christmas market, then you simply haven't lived. And I will add to that, there are some in Poland that I actually believe are even better still. Wrocław in particular is one that stands out for me. However, this is all about Mainz today. They'll have their own, as will many of the other German cities. So thank you for watching. If you liked it, please press like. Subscribe if you want to be notified, or press the yellow bell if you want to be notified when more videos are coming out. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you again with another one very soon. Bye for now.